Hook. What if your search results included a chorus of strangers? Google tested a feature that pulled tips from people with real-life health experiences, and then quietly pulled the plug. Today we are unpacking what happened, why it matters, and what it reveals about AI, health info, and how we trust online guidance. Context setup. Google rolled out a feature called What People Suggest to surface advice from everyday users, promising to blend lived experience with AI-powered organization to help people with common health questions. But after a few months, the company quietly scrapped it as part of a broad simplification of its search page. The move isn't framed as a failure of safety or quality, but it's impossible to ignore in the context of growing scrutiny over AI-generated health content and how much weight search results carry for billions of users. Main breakdown. Idea 1. The promise of crowdsourced health insight, amplified by AI. Personally, I think there's real value in hearing from people who share similar conditions. What makes this really interesting is that it attempts to scale personal knowledge into something searchable and digestible. If you take a step back and think about it, real-world lived experience can illuminate practical angles, like routines that help with arthritis, that medical journals or expert blogs often miss. From my perspective, the risk is not the absence of expertise, but the amplification of anecdotes. 3 sentences of personal experience can become a misleading trend if not properly contextualized by medical guidance. What this implies is a broader tension. When AI organizes crowdsourced input, how do we preserve nuance, disclaimers, and safety signals without turning lived experience into a one-size-fits-all roadmap? A detail I find fascinating is how such a feature tries to convert qualitative stories into categorical themes. This is a pattern we are seeing across AI copilots, transform messy human narratives into usable data points. That transformation is powerful but fraught, because personal variations matter, age, comorbidities, medications, and can drastically affect outcomes. Idea 2. The timing and the quiet withdrawal. What's striking is the timing. Google launches a feature that adds a humanist layer to search results, then quietly removes it during a period of heightened AI health scrutiny. In my opinion, this isn't just a product swing, it signals how fragile new interfaces are when they intersect with health. The company says it was about simplification, not safety or quality, but the external reality is scrutiny is intensifying around how AI handles medical topics. This raises a deeper question. When a tech giant retreats from a potentially risky feature, what does that communicate about risk tolerance in large platforms? Does it indicate a learning cycle where experimentation is tolerated only if it can be rolled back cleanly? The broader pattern is, big tech tests ambitious features, faces pushback or regulatory attention, and then optimizes for a safer, more cautious user experience. A detail I find fascinating is how this story sits beside other health-related AI outputs, like AI overviews, which sparked Guardian investigations over misleading information. The juxtaposition highlights a cycle. Novel AI summaries draw attention, get scrutinized, then get toned down or removed. It's a real-time study in risk management for public-facing AI. Idea 3. Public health risk versus innovation push. What this really highlights is the ongoing push-pull between innovation and safety. If you zoom out, the industry wants to deploy AI that helps people understand health options and experiences, but there's a fear of amplifying bad information or giving people a false sense of a personal diagnosis. In my view, the key implication is about design choices. How to surface first-person perspectives without implying medical consent, how to show sources, caveats, and the limits of personal experience. The bigger trend is clear. Platforms are trying to balance human-centered usefulness with rigorous guardrails, and sometimes that balance means stopping a feature mid-flight. A detail I find compelling is the persistence of the What people suggest concept in the background of Google's health AI strategy. Even if this feature is gone, the underlying idea, curating diverse patient experiences, might resurface in other formats or future iterations with stronger safety scaffolding. Deeper insight: what this reveals about the future of AI-enabled health guidance. The episode shows that AI-assisted health information platforms must navigate credibility, accountability, and a spectrum of user literacy. The mere presence of crowdsourced anecdotes can democratize knowledge, but it can also homogenize risky experiences into general advice, if not clearly labeled and bounded. What many people don't realize is how search UI decisions shape trust. A prominent AI summary, or a highlighted user-curated tip, can carry disproportionate weight. If the system doesn't transparently show when something is a personal anecdote versus evidence-based guidance, users may misinterpret the signal as medical endorsement. If you take a step back and think about it, this moment is part of a broader shift. AI isn't just churning out facts, it's curating social meaning around health. The way we design these systems, how we present uncertainty, sources, and consent, will determine whether AI health tools empower people or mislead them. Closing thought. The takeaway isn't simply that Google paused a feature. It's a glimpse into the evolving ethics and engineering of AI in everyday life. As we push for smarter, more helpful health guidance, we'll need to build transparency, robust safeguards, and clear boundaries between experience and clinical advice. I'm curious to hear, if you could design an AI health helper that blends lived experience with medical guidance, how would you structure it to stay trustworthy while still being genuinely relatable? End screen prompt. Drop your ideas in the comments. How should crowdsourced health advice be surfaced, and what safeguards would you insist on? If you found this analysis thought-provoking, hit the like button, subscribe for more creator-style deep dives, and share a topic you want me to break down with this kind lens.